Just a minute, son. What do you want?
Where is she, old man?
Why don't you settle down and talk to me like a gentleman?
Look, I don't got no time for a bow and yes, sir, no, sir. Will that be all, sir? Where is she?
Mrs. Bartlett left here just a few minutes ago. She had 2 pounds of hardware to fix a storm drain. She was tired from shopping around the square, so she decided to stop into the drugstore and have a cup of coffee. I think if you hurry, you can find her there.
Don't get funny with me, old man. You know I'm talking about Jill.
Yes, I know you're talking about Jill. And that's why you're going to get no information from me whatsoever. None whatsoever. Now, what do you think of that?
Was my brother in here? Did he say anything to her?
I'm not used to answering questions from rude young ruffians that come busting in.
Look, I got a right to know. I got to see her. I got to bust out of this dumb hick town.
That's good.
Well, where is she?
Where is she?
Yeah.
You're not going to find out from me. You can beat me with that rake. You can punch me all the way to the courthouse. You can do anything you like. But I'm just like that dried apricot over there. No juice.
Now, you're a stupid old man.
Maybe.
Where is she? Where is she?
Now, you get out of here.
You're lucky I can control my temper. Lucky. I tried.
What did they say?
Keep out.
About everybody's upset now. Someday they'll understand you just wanted to do the right thing.
Will Kelly understand, Betty?
Well, does she have to know?
Yes, Betty, she has to know. How could you live with Steve in 2 years and ask a question like that? Why do you think he's as twisted as he is? He had everything going for him. He had looks, brains, and education, everything. Except the truth about who he was.
But the Carsons won't raise Kelly like the way your grandfather raised Stephen.
The Carsons shouldn't be raising Kelly at all.
Well, then, there's only one alternative to that, isn't there?
Betty, we could make a home for her. I know what that's asking. I spent the whole day thinking, what if it were the other way around? What if you and Stephen had had a child and you asked me to accept it? But Kelly's just a little baby. She doesn't know Allison. She doesn't know me. She'll only know us.
You said she has to know everything.
She will. We'll tell her together. That way she'll know she was always wanted.
But the Carsons want her.
It's not the same. Someday she'll realize that she was pawned off on them by both her parents.
All right. As soon as my divorce is final, we'll make a home for Kelly.
Betty, are you sure? Now, you have to be sure.
Yes, I'm sure. I love you. And I don't ever want to lose you again.
Well, I better go to court tomorrow and file something and stop Elliot from pleading for guardianship.
Yeah, that's fine.
It'll work, Betty. We'll make it work.
I said I'd make a home for Kelly. I'll dress her, I'll bathe her, I'll feed her. I'll do everything I can. But there's only one thing I can't do, not ever. I can't love her.
I know it's only hash, but even that has a point of no return.
I'd rather wait for Norman.
Well, what's he doing that's so important?
He didn't say.
Here we go. Right this way. Right here. There she is, the queen of the night.
Hi, bright boy.
Hey, that's a good color for you.
Who's that, Norman?
That's our mystery dinner guest. Well, I'll give you another clue. He's a relative of somebody in town who's very close to thee and me.
And I'll give you a clue. We both have the same last name, Rossi. I'm Mike's brother, Joe.
But don't you see the resemblance?
No.
What's he doing here?
Oh, he had a little argument with his brother, and he decided to leave town. I'm trying to talk him out of it.
Why?
Well, all brothers have arguments. He just got upset about it. Besides, would you mind butting out? Joe, go ahead and talk to Rita, and I'll have dinner done in the jiffy.
listen, don't be tacked off at Norm. I mean, I'm the one that fouled things up. I mean, he was only trying to be a nice guy and give me a lift down the junction. And somewhere on the way, he decided to save my soul instead. Only I'm not so sure it's worth saving. You know, Norm wasn't blowing an empty horn. He's been building you up ever since we met. And most of the time, the build-up is greater than the real thing. Only, in relation to you, I think he fell short. I can see why he digged you.
Listen, I have to...
You want something?
No, I'm fine. I just want to... I'll get it. No, I'll get it.
What's the matter?
Here we go. Potluck surprise, especially the house.
Norm, I want to go to bed.
Nope. Can't do that. Dr. Rossi said you have to have 3 meals a day.
Well, I'm not hungry.
Hey, I'm gonna buzz off.
Come on, the food isn't that bad.
If he wants to go, let him.
Send your postcard. Okay, what happened?
Nothing.
Hey, Joe, wait up. I'll drive you. Thanks for all the understanding.
Hey, Norman, you...
Hey, Joe. Wait a minute. What happened?
Nothing.
Yeah, I can see that.
Look, it doesn't take much to set me off, so don't worry about it.
1 minute you and Rita are talking and everything's fine. The next minute you're gone.
That's me.
Rita didn't say anything, did she?
I told you, don't worry about it.
What do you mean, don't worry about it? It's my wife, my apartment, my invitation to dinner. I've got a pretty good setup, don't I?
Yeah,
Nice apartment, nice wife.
right.
Did she have a good setup in New York?
Look, you don't want to drive me to the junction, fine. I'll see you.
No, wait a minute. I said I'd drive you. What, did it kind of remind you of home?
That's it. Look, what kind of kid thinking is that, huh? Did it kind of remind you of home?
Don't be a big man, Joe. It made you think of home, that's why you took off.
All right. I admit it. I've never been away from home before. From my beautiful motherly big sister, Lisa. From that beautiful apartment with the 2 or 3 terraces overlooking the most interesting garbage cans in the world. Excuse me. The most interesting architecture in the world. That's it. Architecture. The warmth in that apartment. The love and compassion. How can a true blue all-American boy like me control his feelings when he walks into another apartment just like it? Look, you're gonna drive me, aren't you?
Yeah, get in.
It was really like he just came back.
Who?
Joe,
You knew him before?
the other one.
You mean the guy you used to go with, Joe Chernak?
When he came in here, the way he looked at me, even his voice.
But Chernak's dead.
When he touched me, my hands got cold, just like they did when Joe touched me. He was right here. He was just right here.
Try not to think about him. Either of them.
I always done. Daddy had always done.
Oh, honey.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
You're a gentleman. And afraid. Too bad you can't let go like your brother does. I'd imagine it'd do you some good. If that's the way you feel about the baby, Allison's baby, I won't allow you and Rod to adopt it.
Tell me about him. He's a statistic. He's dead. Joe Chernak is alive.